It's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Louisville's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. We've had a few receivers win the Heisman in recent years. Devontae Smith was special. Travis Hunter on a different level, playing both ways. But what does it take for a receiver to receive this type of Heisman hype, Jesse?
Well, you have to keep making plays when everybody in the world knows the quarterback's throwing you the football. And that's what those Heisman Trophy winners were able to do. Think back to guys like Desmond Howard. He stepped up whenever he had an opportunity on the biggest stages, and that's what this guy has to do today.
Oh, and that's for everybody, right? Down the stretch when it matters most, you have to be elite. But for a receiver, it's hard because you're dependent on the quarterback. He's got to get you the football, but making those big splash plays throughout a season, and listen, he started off the year putting up great numbers, it's just got to continue.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Cardinals are on the move. The give to the back. Not much running room there. You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year in big...
Turning it on! He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Keeps looking downfield. Got a little space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays.
Headed to the end zone, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Power football with the run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Pulls it in down the sideline. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Towards the middle of the field. And they get him down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Under fire. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done. And he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Number 17, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down to the 24. Louisville has it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Cardinals heading quickly to the line.
And that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Snowed under by the defense. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise up third down at DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back.
Intercepted. The defense is 7.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Second down coming up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Grab behind the line. It's Markway. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's the handoff. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Cardinals with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Skinner. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Picks up the first down. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. He'll get rid of it. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
14, rule 7.
Heading in the opposite directions now. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Under fire. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Brought down, but not before he blew his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone. He can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Gets the back moving. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
The return is brought down at the 39, and the Louisville offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quick.
He unleashes a long one. He's got it at the 15. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stunned cold as soon as he got it.
You see all this movement in football now. All the sting, the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stuff.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
What a great job by this defense, setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Bring in the heat. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with the slide.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Offense changing the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete out of the backfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got a pawn and near the goal line. And boy, let's see if they can even operate in this no. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into the rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
On target over the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That It's caught. It's McCutcheon. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Napier. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Pulls it in. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. Keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime, too.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch down the right side. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Right on target this time. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, and he'll have to guide it in from the left half. Splits the uprights. Good. The Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Williams will pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going.
Fires one high and deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Longhorns will punt it away on fourth down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Running back searching for a hole. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Crosses to 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Cardinals want to move quickly. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 48.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Quarterback making adjustments. They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job on the defense being stopped. That's your job. Be stout in front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
At the 45-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on the throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll go with the direct snap. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Man, It's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, you can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cardinals will go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Trying to escape. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. The Cardinals will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
How loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Back to the ground game on the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block.
There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. 1st down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down. And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile.
Try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on fourth down. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Quarterback keeps it. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Dances away. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. Move the second down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's McCoy. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCoy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Quick catch on third down. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Cardinals! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot. He's on so much fire. Might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense.
Got to move, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He'll set up to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Fitted in the window for the score. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
Extra point is good.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Your defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now third and long and trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Markway. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Got it in the middle. It's McCutcheon. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Longhorn. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building. If only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The running back has it. Finding an escape route. And a successfully makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground with the back. Still running at the 35. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Toss sweep to the left. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisville. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park, but they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Williams looking for a man. Gets it out fast. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on second down. Catch in the middle. It's McCutcheon. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Markway. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Clark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw again. Grab near the marker. It's Markway. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Music no. Music no. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Let's go, let's go. Williams will pass. This one's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's going to look for a man on third and short. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
The ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. It's now second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Flag. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's McCutcheon. it. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like the Eagles close the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Adams. They get to him as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.